Hey guys, and welcome back to Sonic Chronicles. Well, that's two Gizoid Centurions down, but as they said, there's a lot more to go, so maybe if we take down the commanders, the rest will drop like dominoes. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds very hopeful and naive, perfectly in keeping with Knuckles' character.
Yay! Shame it's never going to stay like that, because, you know, Sonic Team don't want to give anybody an actual character anymore. Yay!
That was the most pathetic enemy walking into you thing I think I've seen all game, Flame. You didn't even try to get away from that guy. Thanks for cutting that out, by the way.
Well, I'm just looking around. I don't want to miss any potential items to not use.
Oh. Yeah, thank you. I was wondering where you were going with that. You're like packed to the gills with stuff right now. I love that they keep calling it a rock and whatnot, because in Greek myth, Scylla was the monster on the rock, and Charybdis was basically within a whirlpool.
Yep.
Yeah, and that'll kind of fit in a bit later as well when you see the other guy uses water to trap us at one point. So it kind of, like, it does tie in with their, like, skill set as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, to answer your debate from the last part, okay, this guy is not a man. There you go.
I am your destroyer. Well, that was kind of like a double negative, really, so...
Yeah, well, we get to fight, but not yet, because it teases us like that.
Well, of course. I mean, it's basically like the drop mechanic, but shitter.
I'm not sure if that's true, because this is tied to the story, and you're meant to drop, whereas you can drop whenever, you know, you're not paying attention to the drop meter or not. Look, I'm playing through Dream Drop Distance recently. I'm the one who can say whether or not the drop mechanic has been biting me in the ass or not, alright?
Well, yes, but you forget that I have, well, pretty much by the time this part goes up, I will have a complete Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance playthrough on my very own channel, so I also get to have that statement of whether it's any good or not.
You keep setting him up to shill, Tom. You do this to yourself.
This is last year on YouTube, let him have it.
Exactly.
Fine, okay, but that doesn't justify like the last 4 years.
Oh, rude.
We forgive our friends their transgressions and failings, otherwise we wouldn't have many friends.
Exactly, Flame.
You deserve that, Flame.
What are you implying? I'm flawless.
Alright, Flame opened this new recording session by saying, "One moment I'm swallowing something."
I had a mini roll in my mouth, and I didn't want you to think I'd just abandoned you.
That's not a nice way of describing your boyfriend's penis, mate.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, during the break, Tom lost at Smash Bros, so okay.
Fucking exposed.
Fine, it was sudden death is what I was so mad, because I was setting up a vision, but this fucking Greninja, who wasn't very good, to be honest, just came in and pit me with a random-ass non-special move. Speaking of special moves, we can't use power moves while we're underwater, so enjoy that, fuckers.
Yeah.
Tom is just quickly sweeping past him saying that the guy wasn't very good but beat him anyway.
I mean, to be fair, when you're in sudden death, it becomes less a game of pure skill and more a game of shit who can get the move off quicker.
Don't give him an out, but yeah, as Tom said, this underwater battle, you've just got to keep on attacking with standard attacks, which makes everything so much more fucking annoying, because the game up to this point has taught you to use your power moves and then restore them, but no, you can't do that, so you got to do it the long way, and thankfully this mechanic won't last too long.
Oh, Jesus, thank you.
Yeah, I think we'd all pretty much just go, nope, that is it, goodbye, forever, this game doesn't deserve to be finished if that occurred.
Yes, I would like to also draw attention to the fact that not only can we not use our special moves, they can use their counter.
Well, of course they can, because this game has some cheap elements in it at times.
Well, I don't remember fighting Scylla, but I definitely remember the lead up to Charyb.
Well, like, it kind of happens sort of simultaneously, like, they're gonna be battles within close proximity of each other because of how it's jumping between the two teams.
Yeah, this counter shit is fucking ridiculous, by the way. It's obnoxious is what it is. There's no challenge to it whatsoever, because they can just counter whenever they like, really. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, which is really, really ridiculous.
Yeah, I wanted to show off how fucking annoying these types of battles are, but be grateful I'm only leaving in the one.
Oh, thank God for that.
How is he using Hellfire underwater?
Because they break the fucking rules of the game. Like, we can't use our special abilities, but they can spam bloody Hellfire on us. Because fuck you.
I guess so. What was I trying to say earlier? Oh yeah, the switching back and forth. This I actually really like. This is a cool aspect of the game. Because we're seeing two simultaneous stories going on at the same time. And like, they have their own themed villain and whatnot. And if you know me, you know I love themed villains like the Organization 13 or the Elite 10 in Food Wars, to give you a TV com example. So this, it just ticks all the right boxes for me, really. This section, though, can go fuck itself. This is poor game design, and yes, I'm not a games design person. I never will be, but I know what I don't like.
And that makes you a qualified critic.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like, when I was saying that I like this game's final chapter, discount that one particular fight.
Yes. Totally understand that.
Thanks, a power drink for the power moves I can't use or refresh.
Yeah, let's just have a drink underwater. He's somewhere around here, I swear.
I'm finding you. I will.
Is there anything interesting to hear? No, it's just him.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a real fun fight if we can't use power moves against a boss.
Yes. Hope you're looking forward to that.
I will say thematically, it's fun because what does Sonic have a history of not being able to deal with? The water. Yeah.
I mean, true.
I keep misreading that as perfect Charyb, and I'm just thinking, like, is this fucking, like, the perfect chaos form of it or some shit?
Yeah, no, it's Prefects. Charyb or however you want to pronounce it. Something...
It's Charybdis, mate, so it would be Charyb for sure.
It's true. One thing I feel I should point out, because I don't know whether we're going to see them again, but there were two final Nocturne enemies that you can come up against. I don't know whether we've seen the last one, but we've definitely seen one of them, which is the Nocturne Decurion. Because I feel we've covered all the others, so I probably should cover the last two. So Decurion is a Roman cavalry officer in command of a squadron or terma of cavalrymen in the Roman army. Decurio literally means leader of 10 men. So that's that one, because that is clearly a thing to bring up during this boss fight.
Yeah, well, it kind of hides the fact that I'm taking one hell of a beating here, but that again is intentional. I'm not fucking up too bad, I swear.
It's an intentional survive until, like, the cutscene kicks in thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so as long as you don't die completely, then it will just transition, as you see here.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. I couldn't stand another moment of that.
I mean, like, at least it did have the cool mini-boss theme playing to balance out the tedium.
It's true.
I prefer the other battle theme then, if that's the mini-boss theme. I honestly forgot what it sounded like, and right on cue, here comes the Nocturne theme again to stop me having a good night's sleep.
It's fine, you can just leave this playing to yourself overnight. It won't have any negative effects.
Who do you prefer, Flame, out of, like, Scylla and Charyb, just in terms of, like, design and personality?
Well, they're basically just recolours of each other, let's be fair, but, like, I do kind of like them both, and I like their roles here. In the section of, like, you know, we've got one fighting on land and one fighting in water, and they kind of balance each other out in that respect.
Yeah, true.
So, like, yeah, I'll call both of them.
Got a bit more of a soft spot for Charyb myself, but it might just be I prefer blue over red, so...
I mean, yeah, agreed on that one. I think also I partially prefer water to fire, despite the fact that every single Pokemon game I've ever played I've always gone for the fire type starter. I'm just weird like that.
Yes, you are, Richie.
To be fair, a lot of the time the fire ones are cool.
I mean, yes, exactly.
A bit of an ironic statement there, but yeah.
You know what I fucking mean. Okay, this guy's back on my shit list because he's got a counter.
Yeah, well, keep making that list because goddamn there's a lot of them in this game that do.
Essentially, yeah. Like every fucker on the second half of the game, got it.
Yeah, essentially. Like, you could cut the game in half and you'd be like, oh, this is where all the counter-using motherfuckers are hiding.
It's a good thing he can't hit us for shit.
Like, just to go down the list, he has a move that hits everyone, a move that really hurts an individual and can also poison you, and he can just counter whenever he wants.
Yeah, so he has multiple reasons for being on the shit list.
Oh yeah, he gets his own sub-paragraph.
Yeah, oh, that's how you know it's fucking serious.
Nicely done, Shade. I think it's fitting that Shade took down one of the prefects.
Oh, definitely.
Gives her a little bit of redemption, I guess. And that's a fuck ton of experience.
Hell yeah, it is.
But then you fight other enemies in the same place and get like 10. That's what I mean when I say that it like arbitrarily forces you not to grind too high.
Yeah, why not just fight bosses really to get your experience?
Pretty much, like that's what it wants you to do. But you know, with certain games, sometimes you might want to give yourself that little bit of a leg up if you're not too confident with a boss. So I guess it depends on your playstyle.
Well, we punch him really hard, Shade. That's how the fuck we get down in Team Sonic over here.
It's worked for us the whole game so far, so we're just gonna keep fucking doing it.
Yeah, let's not have the protagonist of our entire franchise drown, shall we? That's probably for the best.
Yeah, he's the marketable one, we can't let him go.
Yeah, just a minute, Sonic. Gotta collect these rings and the chow legs. Be with you in a minute.
This is really important, you know, like, not like I'm gonna go to any other shops in this run, but still.
Well, it's the whole completionist thing. Like, you need to make sure that you've picked up every single ring, picked up every single treasure chest, and picked up every single egg. It's just the way it rolls.
I would die if I was in a similar situation, wouldn't I, Richie? Like, going underwater and keeping my eyes open already is a feat enough, but Jesus Christ, you would let me drown while you're collecting fucking Werther's Original on the floor.
I mean, to be fair, if I was in a real-life situation, I would go immediately to the console and go, sod everything else. But if it's a video game, then yeah, you'd die.
As long as we're clear. As long as I know where I stand.
No, it'd be better if there was like a bit of glass where you could see us, because then I could just like hover my hand above the button and just look at you and keep winking while not pressing it.
See, that's the difference between you and Richie. Richie would let me die instantly. You'd taunt me beforehand.
Well, no, it wouldn't even be that. I'd like save you at the last second just to piss you off.
Ugh, Jesus.
Please don't report any of these things I'm saying.
I will. Don't worry. I'm making a list and I will check it twice. Alright. Is this just basically, like, you said they're recolors, but is it a recolor in terms of a fight as well?
I can't remember exactly what he does. Like, his main gimmick of having the water up, that's out of the way now, so you just carry on the fight.
Okay.
So, there is that. He seems to have healed himself despite me doing some chip damage on him earlier, so there's that, but still. Like, he got a free heal, but we didn't, because of fucking course.
And he's countering, and he can put our guys to sleep as well. Well, I guess Scylla could have done that as well, but his mighty slash never got a chance to hit home.
True, yeah. And like, I've just watching his last three moves, it seems like he is just doing the same shit that the other guy did as well, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a look, and basically, yeah, they're identical. Hilariously, despite the fact that Prefect Charyb's lair was under the water, one of, well, his greatest weakness is water. Because that makes sense.
I don't actually think I have any water element moves in my team, so that wouldn't really help me, but, you know.
Well, I mean, he's got a 25% weakness to Earth as well, so...
Yeah, but I have Knuckles on the other team, and he's the one with the Earth attack.
It's true. Yeah, from the looks of things, I suspect that they might have thought to maybe make some slight differences in terms of how they worked, but then maybe didn't have the time to do so, because it sort of feels like Scylla's weakness would have been water, and then Charyb's would have been like lightning or something, but they didn't quite get around to programming that in or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like just last minute, unable to balance them properly kind of deal, which I guess makes sense. It's not like that big of a deal, so I can let it fly. And like I said, this guy already had his gimmick to make him different, so it's not like it is just literally the same thing again.
Well, exactly, yes.
But you really don't get down with this fucking bop right now. Like, I love this bass in this track.
It's fine, it's just a bit banal and repetitive for me. I just prefer the regular battle theme, really.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. And how comes I got less experience for him than the other guy?
Magic.
Inequality.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what kind of answer I was expecting, to be fair.
Yeah, well, you should have listened to the people involved in this and know what commentary group you're in at the end of the day. Honestly, we're never going to get to see fucking Metal Storm, and that's the coolest name of an attack ever.
Oh, tough bad, tough shit. You know.
Tough bad, yes, tough bad to you all, Ix's army. We'll see you next time for the finale. See you then.